Hello, everyone. It's Philip Lee returning with another episode of Civil War Chat. Today is Tuesday, the 4th of October, 2022. Click on the subscribe button below here to subscribe to future releases of Civil War Chat. And also the notification bell in the far upper right. If you click on that, it acts like a voodoo doll. It's an historian who is telling stories and making interpretations about the Civil War and Reconstruction and doing so falsely. That historian will be cast out into the outer darkness where there will be lamentations and gnashing of teeth. So go ahead and take care of that as well. So let me go ahead and start with today's show. And what it is I am releasing a new novel, a serial version of a new novel. My first Civil War novel, Firepower, will be released as a serial via email for $10. You may subscribe by notifying me at Phil, Phil underscore Lee, Leigh, at me.com. Again, if you want to subscribe, $10, email me, Phil, Phil underscore Lee, Leigh, at me.com. Firepower is about the Union's curious, slow deployment of breechloading and repeating rifles, despite their obvious firing rate superiority. Single-shot breechloaders, such as the Sharps, were invented 13 years before the war started. Although the Spencer and Henry repeaters were newer, both were not only invented before the war, but they were patented the year before the war. The Sharps could fire 3 times faster than the Union Army's standard Springfield muzzleloader, and the repeaters were up to 7 times faster. Confederate General E. Porter Alexander, best known for directing the artillery fire that preceded Pickett's charge, wrote, quote, "There is reason to believe that had the Federal infantry been armed from the first, with even the breechloaders available in 1861, and that was the first year of the war, any of those that were available in 1861, the war would have been terminated in a year." I'll read that quote again. "There is reason to believe that had the Federal infantry been armed from the first, with even the breechloaders available in 1861, the war would have been terminated in a year," close quote. But instead of ending in a year, of course, it lasted for 4. When speaking of the repeaters, Federal Cavalry General James H. Wilson remarked, quote, "There is no doubt that the Spencer carbine is the best firearm yet put into the hands of the soldier. Our best officers estimate 1 man armed with it is equivalent to 3 men with any other arm," close quote. Given the decisive shooting rate advantage of breechloaders and repeaters, War Secretary Simon Cameron asked Union Army Ordnance Chief General James W. Ripley to explain his objections. Almost unbelievably, in retrospect, in December 1861, less than a year after the war started, Ripley answered Cameron by saying that the faster firing rates of the breechloaders and repeaters would cause his soldiers to waste ammunition. That was his excuse. But the faster firing rate, was not the only advantage of the newer guns. Only days after the Battle of Gettysburg, the victorious Federal Army scavenged 24,000 muzzleloaders from the battlefield. 2 or more loads were found in 18,000 of them. One had as many as 23 loads. All of the 18,000 were unusable, just simply unusable under battlefield conditions. In contrast, accidental multiple loads were rare among the breechloaders and repeaters. Given the obvious superiority of the newer guns, General Ripley's attitude seems inexplicable. Sometimes, however, enigmatic events are only mysterious because the observer doesn't have the whole picture. Pieces of the puzzle are missing. Sometimes they are missing because they are hidden. And when hidden, it is often done for sinister reasons. Firepower reveals the fictional secrets that explain the Union's tardy adoption of the newer technology, shoulder arms. The story involves multiple characters on both sides of the Potomac River. Most of them were real people who did pretty much as I have them doing in the story. Okay, again, if you'd like to subscribe to the serial release of Firepower, my new novel, email me, Phil, Phil _ Leigh, Leigh, at me.com. And then we can arrange for you to pay me the $10, and you'll be getting, there'll be 25 chapters. So that's our show for today, and I want to thank you for watching. I'll talk to you soon.